Have you ever heard rap music?
Does Sir Mix-a-Lot like booty?
Listen to this. Actual rap lyrics. Life ain't nothing but gritches and money. Only they don't say gritches. They say a certain word that rhymes with it that starts with a B.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes. It's time to talk about DC Comics September 2021 solicitations. Now, previously, this is about the time that DC Comics solicitations would come out and the Marvels would come out next week. But lately, after they've had all the regular staffers that finally moved out after their, like, whatever it was, I think it was 180-day, they could kind of stay on before their employment ended as part of their agreement when they started downsizing. We had some new people come in, and these have been coming out after Marvel Comics, but this month they were kind of back on time, and it looks to be kind of back in the same order. There's some interesting things that DC Comics are doing. I hope you enjoy Batman, because we're going to get a lot of that character. Without further ado, let's just get into it. Let's talk about DC's September solicitations. Oh, and a warning. If I make fun of the comic book that you like, I'm not making fun of you. I'm trying to have a good time here and make 25 minutes of talking about future comic books as entertaining and fun as possible. It's not that I dislike you, and some of these comics that I think might not be very good, they could be great. And some of the comics that I'm suggesting, they could be terrible. We don't know because we haven't seen them yet. These are just my rapid reactions and having a good time with this. So don't take it too seriously. We're just here to have fun and talk comics. And I'm using the solicitation information from Newsarama associated with Games Radar. Normally they have one of the better setups, although their DC one's been terrible, but looks like DC kind of got back to setting things up the way they did before. Let's get into the new stuff. We've got I Am Batman #1. This is going to be the John Ridley series, basically introducing Jace Fox into Gotham and the current age of Batman. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense from what we knew from Future State, but he's here and he's Batman. This is going to be part of this Halloween-themed Batman event that's going to be kind of centric around, I believe, Scarecrow. Main cover is kind of boring. This one actually looks pretty decent. I kind of like the wanted sign. And as I mentioned previously, this is going to be part of the Fear State event. Olivier Coipel is going to be illustrating it. $4. I'm just not into the Magistrate stuff, and the Jace Fox stuff was okay in Future State, but I don't know. It's just, it didn't grab me. I don't understand why there would be a second Batman if they didn't think like the original one was already dead. It doesn't make sense that he's even here, in my opinion. Batman 112 Fear State comic issue. We got Jorge Jimenez, James Tynion. A story over a year in the making and set in motion with Infinite Frontier #0. Fear State begins. Batman played into the hands of Scarecrow, who unleashed a coordinated attack on Gotham City through his manipulation of Simon Saint and Peacekeeper 1, but there are other forces at work with the emergence of an anti-Oracle spreading fake news across all channels and inciting terror and violence on the streets of Gotham. Fake news. Whatever. Batman 113, also Fear State. Same creative team. Ghostmaker reveals a dark revelation about his past connection to Jonathan Crane, while Batman puts together the pieces of Scarecrow's master plan using the Unsanity Collective's technology. The villain plans to detonate a fear bomb in Gotham City. There you go. That's what's happening there. Batman Secret Files Miracle Molly. James Tynion, art by Danny. $5. Man, that's expensive. Catwoman 35 Fear State. Really enjoying what Ram V is doing on Catwoman. The Strays disable magistrate communications around Alleytown. It sounds like at least the beginning of Fear State is all about Alleytown and what Ram V was doing with that series. And if it turns into a heavy magistrate thing going in Alleytown and Catwoman moving forward, I'll probably just drop it. Because I like I mentioned, I'm pretty much done with the magistrate. Tom Taylor, Robbie Rodriguez on art for Nightwing 84. Bruno Redondo getting a little break. I'm surprised that they're still giving Robbie Rodriguez like work, considering the amount of headache that he gave him. We're getting all these wanted posters. These are pretty cool. Might want to get the collection if that's your thing. When the Bat family realizes misleading information and incorrect directions from Oracle, one's Babs didn't send herself. They realize Oracle's system's been hacked, but who is powerful enough to break into Oracle's own super secure network? Man, I really wish this wasn't part of Fear State, because I am enjoying Nightwing. Detective Comics 1043 Fear State. Mariko Tamaki, Dan Mora. Harley Quinn 7 Fear State. Stephanie Phillips, Laura Braga. Batman Urban Legends #7. So this is the tester. I've been reading Batman Urban Legends for the main story from Chip Zdarsky and Eddie Barrows, and it looks like, I don't know, is Jackson Lansing taking over? That's not a big enough name for me to buy into this. It is too much money, $8. The Legends of Batman only begins with Bruce Wayne. For centuries, or whatever. In Neo Gotham, this must be the first story. In Neo Gotham, Bruce Wayne lies murdered in the Batcave. Terry McGinnis, Bruce Wayne's final protege, travels into the heart of Neo Gotham to find who killed the greatest hero the city ever knew. So if you like Batman Beyond, I imagine it's written by Jackson Lansing. Maybe that's the comic book for you. Batman versus Bigby, A Wolf in Gotham #1. Definitely going to check this one out. Really excited to see Bill Willingham return to DC Comics and pick up what he was working with Fable. And I'll definitely be checking this one out. Batman the World Special Edition. Apparently, this is just going to be the one story from Azzarello and Bermejo, which should be terrific. But you have to buy them in bundles of 25 for $6.25. And they're 25 cents each. Whatever. Batman Night Watch Bat Tech Special Edition. Once again, bundles of 25 for 25 cents each. Whatever. Same thing with Batman Fortnite 0 Point. If you're a Batman fan and you want to buy your comic books in 25 issue bundles for $0.25 each, go for it. Deathstroke Inc. This is definitely something I'm excited for. I will be a customer. Do we have at least an exciting extra cover here? That's artistic. Now that one's pretty dope. That's probably the cover I'm going to buy. Well, I'm going to buy it digitally, but if I was buying a physical copy, this is the cover I would want. That's pretty good. I like when they homage old school posters. I don't even need to read into this. Deathstroke Inc. #1 is a must read. Josh Williamson, Howard Porter together. Aquaman The Becoming. I'm definitely reading this one. Brandon Thomas's Aquaman Future State with Jackson Hyde was very good. So I'm a customer for this. Issue 1 of 6, $4. So at least it isn't too expensive. Black Manta #1. I don't understand why you would have a Black Manta limited series come out, especially from Chuck Brown. Maybe Valentin De Leandro is good, but I don't understand why they're not waiting for the movie to come out or something. Is Black Manta not going to be the movie? Maybe that's what it is. Harley Quinn, the animated series, 8 Bang Kill Tour. Well, the eat part certainly takes on a different connotation now after all the stuff that we saw on social media this week. I ain't touching this damn comic book. You never know what you're going to see. There could be all kinds of weird sexual innuendos and things happening in that comic with what they're trying to get Batman to do to Catwoman. Ridiculous. Suicide Squad, King Shark #1. Tim Seeley, Scott Collins. On lead from the Suicide Squad, King Shark and unfortunate tag-along, the Defacer, get swept into a mystical tournament for totemic animal spirits at the behest of King Shark's father, the god of sharks. Now King Shark must battle brutal warriors like Queen Tiger, King Roach, Prince. Aren't I reading this in Robin? Why are you lifting a story from another comic that's already ongoing? Be butter, Tim Seeley. Be butter. Are you afraid of the dark side? This is not going to come out in September. This is, in fact, going to come out in October for Halloween. That is the only cover that we get. We see Darkseid behind Damian Wayne with the other members of the Teen Titans as he's telling a scary story. Elliot Kalins, Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing. Okay. This is a $10 comic, and there's not an A-lister. Where's an A-lister? Ed Brisson's as close as it gets, in my opinion. If you're gonna charge $10, you got to get somebody on there that the headline. You know what I mean? You don't pay $10. You don't pay full price or extra price to go to a big concert with 10 bands if there's no headline act. There's no headline act in here. I guess they think Darkseid is the headline act. Titans United #1. All right, this one's confusing. I thought this was supposed to be a graphic novel. It was originally solicited like it was a graphic novel. Look at the moose knuckle on good old Dick Grayson. Majestic, isn't it? You gotta love that. Gotta love that angle. I'm gonna have to. Maybe I'll review issue #1 since it's coming out as an actual comic. Kevin Scott, I just don't know, but I do like the team: Nightwing, Donna Troy, Superboy, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, Red Hood. Sounds cool. We'll see. Joker Volume 1. This is obviously collected of James Tynion and Guillaume March. Bar Sector, another collection. The other history of the DC Universe, this is a collection? Absolutely. Am I recommending any of these? This one's a potential. What issues is this covering? Joker's 1 through 6. We haven't got that far. This is a definite maybe. This is a definite no. Not on your life. Milestone Compendium number 1. I think this is like 1,200 pages, right? 1,300 pages. I say yes on this one. It's only $60. That is a great value. And you finally get a wonderful collected edition of Milestone. My only trepidation is that a lot of the old timers that would have gotten out a beautifully well constructed collection have all left, and this might be the first attempt at something of this nature by the new team. We'll see. Hopefully people enjoy that. Looks like that is the collected editions. I say if you're going to get one, get the Milestone Compendium. That looks badass. Action Comics 1035. Phil Kennedy Johnson. Really glad it appears Daniel Sampere is the primary artist. Superman keeps the abandoned war world weapon out of the hands of anyone who might misuse it, but now the Justice League question his judgment. Who the hell are they to question frickin' Clark Kent Superman's judgment? Oh, get out of here. Batman 89 number 2. I saw someone was saying, I wonder what would have happened to Two-Face in the original Batman series. You know, when you had Billy D. Williams. Well, now you know. We're getting in a comic form. Sam Hamm was one of the screenwriters for the original 2 movies with Tim Burton. Joe Quinones on art. Should be great. Batman Reptilian number 4. This is must read if you ask me. Not my favorite cover. It's certainly moody, but it does not say buy me. It says, if you happen to know that the contents in here are even better than the cover, you should definitely come on in. Garth Ennis, Liam Sharp. Definitely going to be worth the $5. Just the art and the story alone. It's going to be great. Batman The Adventures Continue Season 2, number 4. If you're enjoying the Paul Dini, Ty Templeton stuff. Sounds like he's going to have to start stepping away. That was Ty Templeton, right? That announced this week he had cancer. Definitely heartfelt, good luck on your recovery. I hope the treatment goes well and you're back to illustrating comics again very soon. Definitely thoughts and prayers with Ty Templeton and his family. Batman the Detective number 5. Finally, we got a really good issue. Finally, an issue written as well as the art from Andy Kubert from Tom Taylor. Equilibrium Unmasked. So we're going to finally find out who the villain is. Following further behind the villainous Equilibrium, Batman enlists the help of the European Alliance of the Bat in hopes of turning the case around with Squire and Toad. Dark Knight attempts to thwart a mass execution in Belgium in brutal epic fashion. You get the words brutal epic on a comic book like this from Andy Kubert, and you know it's going to be good. Batman Superman 22. I believe this is the final issue. Yep, series finale. Apparently, Gene Yang just could not carry the series. I know some people were enjoying it. Looks like we're getting Calendar Man. I like Calendar Man. That sucks. Mr. Mistleplick and Calendar Man. Resurrect Calendar Man from the Zector in A-Day, causing some reality-rattling consequences. Doesn't really matter. This is the very end. If you've been enjoying it, I say stick along and enjoy the last issue. But I'm not surprised this series didn't last long. Gene Yang he's not a draw. He's just not for a superhero comic. Blue and Gold number 3. Dan Jurgens, Ryan Sook. If you're into Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, that should be your jam. Challenge of the Super Sons number 6. Peter J. Tomasi, Evan Stanley. If you love Super Sons, this is must-read stuff. I like that cover. That's a dope cover. Checkmate number 4. This is must skip TV. Bendis and Maleev. What a waste of Alex Maleev. Leviathan has arrived. They have followers and agents all over the globe. What is the secret behind Leviathan's power? The all-new Checkmate. A collection of the most dangerous spy masters must team up to take back the world. Who is the secret hero or the secret hero behind Checkmate? Guest starring Superman. Nah. This'll... whatever. I'm not making fun of it. I should, though. Crush and Lobo number 4. I believe the shine is coming off Mariko Tamaki. I think some of her worst writing tendencies as far as tropes are coming through. Sounds like there's less interest in Detective Comics right now. And as much as I do like Crush and Lobo, I'm gonna avoid this one. DC Horror presents Conjuring the Lover. Not interested. Haven't been from day one. Doc thought I asked him to buy this comic book for me and ship it to me in the Philippines. I was like, Doc, I've asked you to do things like that in the past, but I would never do it for something this silly. I have no interest in DC Horror Presents The Conjuring. But he was going to do it for me. I feel bad because I think he wants his money, but I didn't do that. Future State Gotham #4. This is probably the worst illustrated comic at DC from Milo Giannis, Joshua Williamson on the right. Writing, they're trying to do like DC manga by making it black and white, but it just looked, at least for Future State Gotham #1, it just looked like unfinished art. A lot of it. Green Lantern #6, I've definitely on board this one. I've been enjoying this. I've been told this issue right here is an important one to read. That's what a little birdie told me. Green Lantern #6 from Jeff Thorne would be the one. Sounds like they have settled it on Tom Rainey and Marco Santucci on art. I'm going to say this. I think Tom Rainey sucks as a Green Lantern artist. If you're the biggest Tom Rainey fan in the world, I'm sorry. He absolutely blows enormous donkey dicks as a Green Lantern artist. He should be illustrating TMNT or He-Man or anything that isn't some like really cool souped up, cosmic green power ring wielding superheroes. He fucking blows. And he sucked just as bad on, who was that? The Clown Hunter fucking comic that he wrote, that he illustrated. I don't know why DC keeps hiring this guy. He sucks. But I'm going to read it because I'm enjoying it. Fire Sector's Joe Mullins, JoJo's fine ass, goes head-to-head with one-time Green Lantern Sinestro. Well, she'll kick his ass in about 14 seconds. Don't even need to read that one. Already been spoiled. Hardware Season 2, #2. Oh, Season 1, #2. Brandon Thomas, Dennis Cowan, Bill Sienkiewicz. This is the one I'm looking forward to. Brandon Thomas is a good creator. He's on Excellence. He's also doing the upcoming Aquaman series. Dennis Cowan, Bill Sienkiewicz ought to be a badass, and it's only $4. Unfortunately, it's only a 6-issue miniseries. With Dakota convinced that Curtis Metcalf is to blame for the Big Bad Bang riot, and the police hot on his trail, Curtis decides to change the game in a way that Edward Albert won't see coming. He just needs to find a way to leave the country without getting caught. There you go. Icon and Rocket Season 1, #3. This is the one I thought I was going to read until I read Reggie Hudlin's work, and it was so damn bad. And it's such a waste of Doug Braithwaite. He's such a good artist. But this is guaranteed to suck. Infinite Frontier #6. I guess I'll read this because I need to. Josh Williamson, Zermanico. One story ends and the next phase of DC Multiverse begins. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I bet this burns me out after 1 or 2 issues. The chances of me making it Infinite Frontier #6, even though I like Joshua Williamson, are very slim and none. I absolutely dislike the Omniverse in many ways. Justice League 68. Brian Michael Bendis, Ram V. Wow. New artist. This has been awful. Justice League Infinity #3. This is going to be a good alternative if you're a Justice League fan. Looks like we got Justice League versus Justice League. We got President Superman. We got Nubia here. Is that Jackson Hyde? Interesting stuff. We got the Justice League fighting the Justice League. Justice League Last Ride #5. Now, this is the one that you need to read if you're a Justice League fan. This has been good stuff. Chip Zdarsky, Miguel Mendoza, Apocalypse. Not as safe a place to hide a war criminal as you'd think. The Justice League has been tasked with bringing the master of war crimes, your one and only main man, Lobo, to trial in order to account for a life of treachery. But while the League thought Apocalypse would be the safest place to store a wanted murderer, there are others out there on the hunt for Lobo. Yes, please. It's only $4. Legends of the Dark Knight #5. I have been... Oh, yeah, that really bad artist is on here. I wonder if it's going to be black and white again. That sucks. I'm sorry, Brandon Thomas. You probably deserve better. Hey, Calendar Man again. Interesting. Looney Tunes. Mad Magazine. Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom. Pennyworth #2. Stupid. Robin #6. Absolutely. Josh Williamson, Gleb Melnikoff. They are spreading Josh Williamson thin. Ding, ding, ding. Let the tournament begin. The most ruthless fighters in the DCU compete for the ultimate prize, eternal life. To win his first round, Damian Wayne faces 2 times the danger and 2 times the trouble. It's Ravager and Flatline versus Robin. A 3-way dance, baby. I love me a 3-way dance, so that ought to be fun. Definitely going to be reading this, enjoying Robin. I like Mortal Kombat, but it is strange that Tim Seeley is starting his own Mortal Kombat tournament in another series while this is going on. Rorschach number 12. Finally, the pain is over. The comic book about nothing, but it's not funny like Seinfeld. You know what I mean? It's just pretty uneventful. Although the last issue was the best issue in 6 months. Ruby Justice League. Ooh, that sucks. I like Starro. Sensational Wonder Woman. Is there a character being treated worse than Wonder Woman at DC right now? I don't think not. Shazam number 3. Tim Sheridan. He is on my never buy list. Static season 1 number 4. Who is it? Fatal J is trying to get me to read this. Nah, I'm going to go with my gut and say that's probably not bad, not good. Strange Adventures number 12. The other comic book that's just absolutely destroying the character of Adam Strange. $5. $5 to finish this fucking thing. It's been so bad, tedious. Tom King should never write a story longer than 5 issues. Putting it out there. Suicide Squad number 7. I think I'm in the wrong book. I think you're right. Ambush Bug, huh? Suicide Squad, Get Joker number 3. I'm definitely reading this one. Brian Azzarello. Alex Malee finally getting used as he should be. $7. Kind of expensive, but this last issue, the startling conclusion of this Black Label epic rockets to its surprising yet inevitable confrontation between the Joker and the Suicide Squad, with Red Hood wondering who he can trust as he's forced to team up with Harley Quinn and other rogues against the clown prince of crime. One last betrayal changes everything before the final page. Sold. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I like this much better when I read the book True Grit and watched the movies. I'm gonna spare myself the pain of this comic book. If it didn't say Supergirl on the top, it'd actually be pretty good, because the story's fine. It just Supergirl as Rooster Cogburn does not work. Superman 78 number 2. This is something I would not read if Robert Venditti weren't writing it. I'm actually not a big fan of the Superman movies. And this Wilfredo Torres guy, he had a tweet this week that made him look like an absolute goober, like a real dipshit. It was about Batman and Commissioner Gordon. I should have done a video on it with Aaron Sparrow. We could talk about what a fucking idiot this guy was. But it's a good thing he's not writing it. He's just illustrating what Venditti tells him to, because he knows jack shit about Batman and Commissioner Gordon. Superman and the Authority number 4. Probably going to be on this one. I don't see. I think this is a Grant Morrison special. I think he probably gets this one well. Michael Yannon is perfectly fine. Superman, Son of Kal-El. We shall see. John Timms. Jonathan Kent hasn't been Superman for long, but he's upset some powerful people with his heroism. And the underground news source known as The Truth is helping John open his eyes to evils in the world that could be more powerful than the new Man of Steel. Sure thing. Teen Titans Academy number 7. Tim Sheridan on my never buy list. Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries. Reading this with my son. He's enjoying it. Flash 774. Not my daughter. Joker number 7. I have been reading this one. I'm enjoying it. At least the main story. The backup story of Punchline sucks ass. You probably already knew that. Joker Visits Paris. If I keep reading, I'm gonna get a spoiler here, but I've been enjoying this. I think so far the Urban Legends story has been better, but Chip Zdarsky's done by then, so it's going to be between this and Batman the Detective on which one's the best Batman book out. Joker Presents a Puzzle Box. Matthew Rosenberg, absolutely not. Nice House on the Lake. Everyone liked this comic but me. I got 6 pages in and I was so tired of all of James Tynan's boring, cliched tropes. I was like, nah, I'm gonna jettison myself out of this boring ass story. Swamp Thing number 7. We finally got the first issue of Swamp Thing that was good. I believe 2 weeks ago. So definitely gonna still be reading this one. Unfortunately, it's a 10 issue miniseries. Wonder Girl number 5. I'm gonna give it 2 or 3 issues. That first one, the art was fantastic, but the writing was just not up to stuff. Wonder Woman 779. Wonder Woman Black and Gold. Let's see who we got. Andrew Constant, Paul Azaketa, Cena Grace, Andrew McLean, Nindi Okorafor. Whatever. Okay, so these are the collections. That does it for DC Comics September solicitations. There's some stuff to be excited about. There's some stuff not to be excited about. I hope you like Batman. And if you got the money, if you got the scratch, you can get 25 issues of 3 comics for a quarter each, but you got to buy them in bulk, 25 issues each. I think it's, what was it? It was definitely a Batman 0 point fucking Fortnite comic in there.